to that part of the meeting where we will accept public comment. Any member of the public can speak on any matter that is presently on tonight's agenda. However, under state law, no decisions or actions can be taken, and any such matters will be referred to the next meeting if necessary. Any public comments? Seeing none, we'll move forward. Now to the presentation of commendations for life-saving actions. Chief Napier.
Great. Could I have Captain Rick Delaney, firefighter paramedic Eric Conzen, firefighter paramedic Dylan Delgado, and emergency dispatcher Scott Kelly come to the podium, please? Morning, audience. It is truly a miracle when a team of citizens, a team of emergency dispatchers, healthcare providers comes together and in a brief period of time is able to take somebody who has suffered a sudden cardiac arrest and as a team come together and reverse that sudden cardiac arrest. It's a very, very rare thing. In our community, we've been able to celebrate a few of these, and tonight we're going to celebrate again, as we will always celebrate these. On Sunday, December the 27th, around 7:30 at night, John Bailey went into sudden cardiac arrest in his home, and his family immediately recognized he was in a bad way, and they called 911. The emergency dispatcher that picked up the 911 line was Scott Kelly, and Scott gave a calming influence, and he gave explicit directions to Sherry, and gave CPR directions to Jason, and while all that was going on, Station 1 was activated, the units went en route, with Rick and with Eric and with Dylan, and they arrived on scene and they took over for Jason's heroic efforts, and they were able to reverse John's sudden cardiac arrest through our ALS treatment and our new ALS program. And so we are here tonight to celebrate all of those heroic efforts and celebrate John as a miracle in our midst, because it really it takes all of those things in the chain of survival to come together in order for us to see success like that. It takes people who are willing to know CPR, learn CPR. It takes calm emergency dispatchers in order to give clear direction to family members when they're having a really, really bad day, the worst day ever. And for them to stay calm enough to follow those directions to the letter in order to have an outcome like this. So we're here to celebrate that as well. I have some letters of commendation and I have some life-saving pins I'm going to issue. And we're going to start with Scott, because that's where it started. So Scott gets Valley Center Fire Protection District life-saving pin with a Maltese cross on it. And wear it in front of the rest of the dispatchers. That's right. And then in his cubicle, in front of his 911 phone, he gets a letter of commendation. And this letter of commendation reads as follows: on behalf of the Valley Center Fire Protection District, I'm proud to present Fire and Emergency Services Dispatcher Scott Kelly with this letter of commendation for the exceptional and professional effort that resulted in the preservation of life. On Sunday, December 27, 2015, at 19:25 hours, you answered a 911 emergency from the home of the Bailey family in Valley Center. John Bailey was in full cardiac arrest. Your leadership, professionalism, and calming influence on this incident provided an outcome that saved an entire family, a community, from having to live without their husband, father, and friend. The compassionate service provided by you is a great example of the core values that you reflect in your organization, our organization, in fire and emergency dispatch services. It's with heartfelt thanks that I want you to know that you are a valued partner with the Valley Center Fire Protection District. Okay. Next up, Captain Rick Delaney. Rick also gets a life-saving pin that he can wear on his uniform. We have a few of those floating around, but not many. Rick also receives a letter of commendation that he can put in his office at home with the rest of his fire department memorabilia. And it reads as follows. On behalf of the Valley Center Fire Protection District, I'm proud to present Captain Rick Delaney with this letter of commendation for exceptional and professional effort that resulted in the preservation of life. On Sunday, December 27, 2015, you and your crew responded on Engine 1611 to the home of the Bailey family, where you found John Bailey in full cardiac arrest. Your leadership, professionalism, and calming influence on this incident provided an outcome that saved an entire family and community from having to live without their husband, father, and friend. The compassionate care that you provided was an example of the core values you reflect from this organization and the fire service. It's with heartfelt thanks, and I want you to know that you're a valued member of the Valley Center Fire Protection District. Signed by me. Eric Conson. Eric was the paramedic on the engine that night. Rick is also a paramedic, but Eric, in our new ALS system, as a team of paramedics coming together from the ambulance transport and from the fire engine, working together with a supervising captain who also has over 30 years as a paramedic. That's also part of what comes together in making this miracle, is that expertise is incredible and that communication that occurs. So Eric, here's your life-saving pin. It's on your uniform. On behalf of the Valley Center Fire Protection District, I'm proud to present firefighter paramedic Eric Conson with his letter of commendation for the exceptional and professional effort that resulted in the preservation of life. On Sunday, December 27th, you responded as the firefighter paramedic on Engine 1611 to the home of the Bailey family, finding John Bailey in full cardiac arrest. Your leadership, medical knowledge, and professionalism on this incident provided an outcome that saved an entire family, community from having to live without their husband, father, and friend. The compassionate care you provided was a great example of the core values you reflect from our organization and the fire service. It's with heartfelt thanks I want to thank you and let you know that you're a valued member of the Valley Center Fire Protection District. Joe Napier. Now in our partnership with Mercy, Dylan was a responding paramedic on the Mercy ambulance, and our partnership is very, very tight. And Dylan also works for the Valley Center Fire Protection District. He also works for Mercy, and so that's where the partnership is really huge. And so in that, the communication becomes seamless. They work together all the time. They know each other. There's a measure of trust there. So again, all of that equates to the miracle that occurs. Okay? So Dylan, there you go. Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. It's the one you get. Okay. Jason gets that one. Okay. Letter of commendation to Dylan Delgado. On behalf of the Valley Center Fire Protection District, I'm proud to present firefighter paramedic Dylan Delgado with this letter of commendation for his exceptional and professional effort that resulted in the preservation of life. On Sunday, December 27th, you responded as a firefighter paramedic on Medic Ambulance 1691 to the home of the Bailey family, finding John Bailey in full cardiac arrest. Your leadership, medical knowledge, and professionalism on this incident provided for an outcome that saved an entire family, community from having to live without their husband, father, and friend. The compassionate care provided by you is a great example of the core values that you reflect from Mercy Ambulance in our organization and the fire service. It's So with heartfelt thanks, I want you to know that you are a valued partner and member of the Valley Center Fire Protection District. I'm going to leave Rick up here. The rest of you can sit down.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, good job.
And Jason, come on up. Okay.
So Jason is part of being a member of the American Heart Association, in good standing as a card-carrying CPR trained individual, and applying your knowledge and your skills to save a family member. The American Heart Association would like to recognize your efforts in what you did. And so with this, they have this nice little plaque for you, and a nice little heart-shaped American Heart Association, and congratulations on saving your dad's life.
Yeah.
Okay, so on behalf of the Valley Center Fire Protection District and the fire department and myself, I can't tell you how much it means to me when a community member goes out and they learn CPR, because more often than not, you're going to be doing CPR on somebody you know and somebody you love, not a perfect stranger. And so in this particular case, you've proved me right, okay? So here's the pin that we would like you to wear proudly on behalf of us and on behalf of your father. His heart's right here, okay? Thank you very much, Jason. Come take some pictures.
I just want to say, if it wasn't for these guys, I would not be here.
Okay.
Eric, come on.
Come on up, guys.